Are you an adult who is struggling to make friends? I talk to so many people who are like, oh my gosh, it's so hard to make friends as an adult. And I totally understand. I completely get it. Before my husband and I opened up our Muay Thai gym, we didn't have a whole lot of friends in Austin. We worked our corporate job and we had our like work buddies and our drinking buddies. And when we left those jobs, most of those friends like went away. It was like, okay, well, we're not going to happy hour anymore. And I don't really want to complain about work with you anymore because I don't work there anymore. I left, because it was horrible. And so we realized that we didn't really have a lot in common with those people anymore who were our friends because we saw them every day. We got to complain about the same stuff and we were in the trenches together. But then when you leave that, or when when your friends are not based on work, like what are they based on? So I help a lot of people move to Austin and they're coming here for more opportunity, a new lifestyle, buying a house, just like enjoying life. They're coming here to make their life better. But what happens a lot of the times is they have their job and they have their house and they have their neighborhood, but they still aren't happy because they don't have friends. And they don't really know how to make friends because we're not having those forced interactions other than at work. And we kind of know how that turns out. Sometimes those aren't really the best friends. They're just like friends of convenience. So in this video, we're talking about how to make friends as an adult in Austin. And the good news is Austin is one of the best places to make friends as an adult. So we're going to jump right in. Hi, I'm Tiffany Moore. I'm a local realtor and broker right here in Austin, Texas. I help people from all over the world move to Austin. If that's something that you're thinking about doing and you need some help, reach out to me. My contact info is below. You can jot it down and reach out whenever you're comfortable. Text, DM, email, however you want to get in touch with me. Or there's just a link to my calendar in the description. You can just book a call. You don't even have to text me if that's not comfortable for you. But if you're moving out here, you want some help, I've got your back. So I know this sounds silly, but we're going to talk today about how to make friends in Austin, Texas, whether you've lived here for 10 years or you've just moved here. If you are trying to build a community or trying to just like have some enrichment in your life or build relationships or just have someone to go like hiking with or go out to a restaurant with or go dancing or go to happy hour with, here are some of the ways that you can start to kind of build your friends and build your community. The first rule of thumb or guideline is you have to talk to people. So I know this is scary, especially if you're an introvert like me. Talking to people is like, well, what? Talk to them about what? And what if they don't want to talk to me? I don't really want to bother anyone. Most people in Austin are very friendly. So a lot of people have moved here from other places. And if you have moved to Austin from other places, then you already have something in common. So talking to people is actually really easy. Most people are very friendly. And if you can start talking and realize you have something in common, then there you go. The conversation just jumps off from there. So if you go to an office, you already have a captive audience. You see these people every day. And you talk about your boss and the projects and the hallways and what you had for lunch and all those things. I am going to encourage you to talk about things other than work. And the best way to do that is just ask questions. Really, the whole rule of thumb for this whole video is going to be like, just start by asking people questions because people love to talk about themselves. And it takes the pressure off of you of being like entertaining or funny or having to keep someone's attention. Like it's so much easier to just let someone else talk about themselves. And then eventually they may turn the conversation back to you. Fair warning. A good friend will do that. And then you are going to have to speak about yourself. But in the beginning, we're just going to get our feet wet and ask other people to talk about themselves. So a couple questions to ask someone at work to get them to talk about things other than work was just ask them how their weekend was. Ask them if they explored anything new, especially if they just moved to Austin. If they're checking out new restaurants or doing little day trips outside of town, just ask them where they went. Ask them what was a cool place that they like to go to. If you know that they're really into beer or coffee or hiking, like ask them if they found any new breweries or coffee shops or hiking trails, or if there's anything cool that they found, that they haven't been to before. A lot of people who live in Austin also like to travel. So maybe they just got back from a trip. Maybe they're going on a trip soon. A lot of people travel during summer and over the holidays, even if it's just like Labor Day, Memorial Day, President's Day, any day where you get an extra day off from work, people will usually extend that and take like a long weekend or, just a weekend somewhere. Those are good times to ask people, hey, do you have any travel coming up? Did you go anywhere this weekend? How was your trip? Tell me about it. Have you ever been there before? Do you know anyone there? Like, why did you go there? How did you pick Indiana to go to? Why did you go to Kentucky? Why did you go to Seattle? Who do you know there? Have you ever been there before? Just get the conversation going And I can't stress this enough about stuff other than work. You already have work in common. Let's talk about things other than work. A common small talk question is, how was your weekend? And that's so easy, but that's like a yes or no answer. Like, it was good, it was fine, it was bad, I didn't do much. Instead, ask people like, hey, what did you do this weekend? What'd you get up to? You were talking about making yourself an egg salad sandwich. Did you ever get around to doing that this weekend? Or you were talking about bringing your kid to a baseball game. Did you ever do that? What game did you guys see? How was it? Have you ever been there before? Anything about the weekend other than like, how was your weekend? It's just so generic, and it gives people an easy out. It was good. It was fine. It was okay. Didn't do much. Like really try and get people engaged and try and get them to actually communicate with you. So we have work. Work is like the easiest thing to do if you are going to an office. If you don't go to an office, or you don't really want to make friends with the people that you work with, what hobbies do you have? Like, what do you like to do other than work? If you already have something, awesome. If not, really take a minute and think about like, what do you enjoy? Do you enjoy painting? Do you like acting? Do you like being active? Do you play sports? What sports do you love? Austin is a town where there's a community for everything that you like to do. So if you have a hobby, I encourage you to find the community for that hobby and start going. If you don't have a hobby, like, you should get one just for quality of life and for your enjoyment, so that you're not just like working and sleeping and eating. Like, that's, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Don't do that. Like, get yourself a hobby. You have to have something to blow off steam. You have to have something to just like that you do just for the fun of it, just that you enjoy doing. So either get one or think about what you already do and seek out a community with other people that are already doing that. In Austin, one of the easiest ways to do that is with sports. Austin is a really active town. So whatever sports you're into, there is a community of people who are already doing it here. So one of the ways that my husband and I kind of built up our community was by joining a Muay Thai gym. So we had worked in corporate America, and my husband texted me one day. He's like, I'm going to this Muay Thai class. I'm like, cool, I've never heard of Muay Thai. I don't know what that is, but enjoy yourself, have fun. And he came home that night and he's like, I joined. And he had like all the gear, like the gloves, the shin guards, the wraps, everything. And he started going to class. And he would come home every night and I'd be like, what did you learn? Teach me all the things. And I started like hanging out with the people from his class, like swimming with them, doing kettlebells with them. I was like, oh, this is a cool supplement to my running. I was running a lot back then. And then I finally just said, I'm like, what you do is pretty cool. I'm going to join this Muay Thai gym. And so I joined, and it was like all of a sudden we had this community of people around us that were pretty similar to us as far as like the lifestyle that we live, the things that we're interested in, the kind of shows that we watch, things like that. Like, we would go to fight watch parties, and it's like, oh, we're learning about all this whole new community that I never even heard of before. And everyone's excited about this fighter and that fighter, and everyone knows their history. And it's like, it's a whole different realm that I've never even experienced, but it's cool to be there with all these people that have, similar passions and similar things that they're excited about. We live similar lifestyles. We're interested in the same things, and we're talking about like how to fuel for your training and what kind of diet is best for different activity levels and things like that. So that is one thing that like joining a team or a sport or a hobby can do. The other is just like being around people that you like to be around. I will say that like there are a lot of Muay Thai gyms around Austin, and now my husband and I own our own gym, and the community in this gym is different from the community at other gyms around town. So even though you're into this one sport, you may want to kind of like look around at some other groups or meetups or gyms to find the people that you really vibe with. And the reason that I say sports is something good to jump into is that this is different from just doing a hobby. When you're doing sports with other people, you are really pushing yourself, and you're seeing other people really dig into who they are and give something their all-out effort, and you're seeing them at their worst, you're seeing them at their best, you're seeing them really work on things that seem like they're just for the sport, but really these things transcend like your whole life. Pushing through hard things in Muay Thai, doing things that are uncomfortable or that are scary, or going for a tournament or a fight that you're not sure if you're ready for. All these things transcend your life. And now suddenly you're going for a promotion that you don't think you're ready for, or you're going to talk to that girl or that guy that you think is way out of your league, but you're going for it anyway. It's like joining this community. So like this video is about making friends, yes, but I'm also going to put in a plug for doing sports and doing things that challenge you to grow as a person. And when you grow as a person and you're more confident in yourself and you're a more whole individual, you're going to attract other people to you. You're going to attract other friends who may be also working on themselves, and they're interested in what you're doing, or they want to know like your journey and how you got to where you are. And maybe they look to you for some answers. Like working on yourself and doing things that are going to develop you as a person is a really good way to attract other awesome people to you. So just a little plug for self-development and self-improvement as we are also trying to make friends. Other sports that you can join groups for in Austin: running. Like there's a huge running community in Austin. I did a 5K with some people from my gym last week at night. It was awesome. And one of the girls was telling me that there are all these other run clubs around town. And one of them is run by a guy who is part of the art scene. I don't really understand how, but he's part of the art scene here. And so he and his group will meet at 6 a.m. And he's talked a lot of the other like art galleries into opening for the runners at 6 a.m. So they'll go and they were talking about it's like running and art and community and friends. And this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying like find the group that's right for you. If you don't like art, and that sounds like the worst thing ever, obviously this isn't the club for you. But finding one that really speaks to you and then being around other people that have the same interests as you do, like it's so much easier to make friends when you have other people that have similar interests, similar lifestyles, other things that they love doing. You can talk about like, oh, that run was so hard, or how did you get around this corner? Or did you see that amazing painting that really blew my mind? Like just having things to talk about with other people is just going to spark a conversation and build that connection even deeper. But the key is, number one, show up. Show up is step one. Step two is keep showing up. So being consistent, showing up to class, showing up to the runs, 3 days a week, 4 days a week, whatever it is, and being a staple in whatever community that it is you're joining. If it's playing games, if it's playing video games or whatever it is, like you can't just show up once, talk to some person and expect to be best friends. Like this is going to take time. This is a process. It's not like, those horrible network meetings that you go to and it's like everyone has just brought stacks of their business cards or just pass around business cards to everyone. That is not what we're doing. That is the opposite of making friends and building relationships. And if you're ever going to those networking meetings, like, I don't want to talk to any of those people that are just like, oh, my name is, John so-and-so, here's my card. Like, I don't know you. I don't know anything about you. I don't need your card. Let me get to know you first. Let me see if I actually like you, if I want to do business with you. And then, sure, I'll take your card, but I'll probably find you on Instagram and I'll send you a message and I'll see the pictures that you put up and I'll figure out like, oh, do I like you? So anyway, that's my aside on networking meetings. But yeah, you got to show up. You got to keep showing up and you got to keep talking to people and give them a chance to get to know you. We talked about start with asking other people questions. Eventually, they're going to ask you questions and they're going to want to learn about your life, And so like you're going to have to open up a little bit and let them into who you are and what you like to do and why you moved to Austin and why you joined this club and, what you're doing this weekend. Like being vulnerable and letting people in is what is necessary to build relationships and to make friends. And I know I use sports as an example, but honestly, if sports isn't your thing, join a cooking group, join a game group, join a video game group, join a painting group, like whatever it is that you like to do. Find a group that does it and start showing up and start going consistently. And if you show up once or twice and you realize like, these aren't my people. Okay, cool. Find another one, find another person. It's like if you date one person, you're like, I don't want to marry them. Okay, well, date someone else. Find someone else. Go start meeting other people until you find someone that you want to spend time with, that you want to marry. Like just because one group didn't work out, try another one. Try another group of people. But keep going until you meet someone that you jive with. After you've given it, like you have to give it a shot. You have to give it a shot to work. You have to go in with an open mind. You have to go in with the intention of like building relationships and meeting friends, not closing yourself off and being judgy. So similar to that, we talked about if sports isn't your thing, find another group. Also volunteer. If there is something that's near and dear to your heart, like animals or nursing or reading to the elderly or, bringing fans to people when it's really hot out, like volunteer. That's such a good way to find people that have similar interests, who have like a similar heart as you, similar way of thinking, similar schedules, similar lifestyles. Volunteering is a really great way to meet people that you have other things in common with, not just like, oh, we have this one activity. There's so many other similarities that will tie you together other than like, oh, I see this person and we take care of the dogs together. Like y'all probably have a lot more in common than you think. But the same rules apply, like show up, keep showing up, talk to people, ask them questions, let them get to know you, right? You have to open up too. You have to be a little bit vulnerable and start this give and take of give and take energy, give and take support, give and take being a friend. And that brings me to my last with people, and you want to build this community and you want to have friends. You've got to be a friend to those people also. You can't just wait around for people to invite you to places and, hey, let's go here, I'm going hiking, and you just tag along to everything. When are you going to start inviting people out? When are you going to start telling people that they matter to you, that they're important to you, that you want to spend time with them? Like, this has to be reciprocal. And that's the only way that a friendship and a real relationship is going to work, is if you are reaching out to them just as much as they're reaching out to you, So if you want to have a friend, first you have to be a friend. You have to care about people, support people, show them that you're there. If they just went through some hard stuff this weekend, like tell them, I'm really sorry you went through that. What can I do? I'm here for you. Let's go get an ice cream. Let's go take a walk around the lake. Let's go have a beer. Whatever it is that you can do to support them, like that's what being a friend is supporting other people when they're going through hard shit. So this was for anyone who is struggling to make friends as an adult, but mostly for people who are moving to Austin for a new life, for a better life, for all the opportunity here. And you get here and you have your job and you have your house and it's awesome, but you still feel like something's missing. Look, what's missing is relationships. What's missing is community and people. So this should be a really good starting point or jumping off point for you to actually start enjoying your life a little bit more here now that you have the job and the house and the things and the paycheck. Like, start getting those people in your life and just make yourself even happier. And if you need help moving to Austin, my contact info is below. Reach out to me. I've got your back. We'll do all the things.